booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. Welcome or welcome back. There are some new people out there, so thank you so much for joining me on my bookish journey. Today is Friday, so yay, happy Friday. Normally I would talk about the books I had read this week. And I'm still reading the same 3 books as last week. So Sense and Sensibility, I have definitely made the most progress in. And I'm hoping to finish this one actually today, if possible. And then I'm still not very far in The Real Jane Austen, A Life in Small Things, or Austen Years, by Rachel Cohen. So I think it's just more fun to read Jane Austen than it is to read books about Jane Austen. Not that I don't love it. Anyway, I'm going to be away for the weekend and returning to see The Infamous Clock, and the wild cats and the indoor cat and my family. So just a quick visit, but hopefully that'll go well. Unfortunately, that means it'll probably be a little while before my next video. Okay, I wanted to also do the Soggy Expat Book Maniac random question tag. Now, this tag was originally created by Soggy Expat Book Nerd, which is Heather, and I watched Heather's Vlogmas videos this last December quite regularly. I really enjoyed them. She's just a really like zany, kind of fun channel. And of course, Shawn the Book Maniac. They created this tag together, which I think is awesome. I loved it. And their original video is absolutely hysterical and fantastic. And I will definitely link to it down below and you guys can check it out. And then I was tagged by Jay Shea, and I love Jay so much, but he has anxiety about comments on his channel, so he's actually turned the comments off. So I don't get to say hi to him as nearly as much as I would like, but he tagged me quite a while ago to do this. Jay's video, oh my god, Jay's video is hysterical. So funny. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. So, all right. So they basically, Heather and Shawn like took their channel names and sort of like merged them together and inserted some like random questions in it. So this will be very chatty and I don't know, maybe tell you some things about me that you don't already know. So the first prompt is soggy, cold soggy fries, yay or nay? I couldn't believe that anyone would be a yay on this, but apparently there are fans of soggy cold fries. No, I would definitely pass on that. Expat, have you ever lived abroad? If not, would you? So I don't know if this really counts because Heather and Shawn have definitely taken the expat thing to a whole new level, although Shawn is back in Canada now. But they both lived, I mean, Heather still lives in Wales. Yeah, Shawn lived in Japan for a really long time. I lived in France for a summer, and so I'm not sure if that really counts or not, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I did it. I lived in Lyon for most of the summer, and then weekends we had excursions as part of the school that I was going to there. And then at the end of it, I decided to stay an extra 2 weeks in Paris, which was a fantastic decision. I would love it if Jason and I could spend, 3 to 6 months living in England. That would be fantastic, especially if we didn't have any obligations or bills to pay or things like that. That would be wonderful. But yeah, I can't imagine us telling our families that we were gonna live abroad. So our families need us right now, so there won't be any of that. Okay, the next prompt is book a trip you took and or would like to take because a book or author made you want to see it in person. So I've been to England twice, and I don't know how this has happened, but I don't think I've ever been to the Charles Dickens Museum or anything related to Charles Dickens in London. Like, this is just wrong. I do hope Jason and I will get to go to England together. I think that would be so much fun. England, UK, you know, that whole area. Let's see. Random. Embarrassing parent story time. A time your parent or guardian embarrassed you to the core and you're still recovering, or a time you were that parent. Obviously, I don't have any kids, so I don't have any parental stories. My own parents did a great job of embarrassing me. My dad, so I have a degree in journalism. That's not what I currently do, but I don't really talk about work on this channel. Anyway, I had graduated from college. I was working at a newspaper, and oh my goodness, I went to see my family, and we ran into probably one of my least favorite English teachers of all time. And my dad actually told her, he's like, well, if you had really done your job, my daughter would be working for the New York Times, which is of course like so ridiculous on so many levels. Nobody starts at the New York Times, or unless they're just, you know, a genius and have incredible connections. People work their way up to those places. And you know, I went to a small rural school, and well, not maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition of rural. But also, I didn't go to like a famous journalism college or anything like that. So it was very, very embarrassing. So let's see. Maniac. One or two things you are a maniac about, aside, of course, from being a book maniac. And I really struggled with this question because I feel like since COVID, my opportunities to be a maniac about anything have really, really been hampered. I really love to travel, and I would really love to travel more. I just don't know when. I just don't really know when that's going to happen. So a few things that I've been a maniac about in the past, not so much now, but like I was really obsessed with musicals for a long time, and it's kind of fallen away a little bit, and then there's it kind of crops up now and then. There's like a resurgence of it. For a while, and I wore my bracelet today, I was a total maniac about troll beads. Don't know if there's any troll bead fans out there. But I have a collection that I now don't have like enough room to keep all the beads in. So I was a maniac about that. And growing up, well, not growing up, like, I don't know, maybe early teens, high school, and maybe, I don't know. I kept for quite a long time. I had a keychain collection. I had a massive keychain collection. Now, here's the thing about keychains. The nice thing about them is that they're small, so they don't take up a lot of room as far as collections go. And it's also really easy if someone is traveling someplace and they ask, can I bring you something back? You can say a keychain, and it's not terribly expensive, and it doesn't take up room in their bag. And so anyway, I eventually sold my keychain collection. Not all of them. I kept some special ones. Some of them only have significance to me, but I thought I'd show you a couple. So there's the door to, I don't know if you can see, it's 221B. So the Baker Street Sherlock's door, front door there. Someone brought that back from me. I have another really cool one I wanted to show you guys. This keychain is actually from Greece. Yeah. So isn't that just beautiful? So like I said, I kept a few that have like significance to me, and things that I, you know, places and people that I really cherish. This one is from Iona, which is an island off the coast of Scotland, and that was the fact that I was there ever is just kind of miraculous. But anyway, so definitely a place I would love to go back to. But anyway, so those are a few things that periodically I have a maniac phase, I guess, about. I'm not gonna build on the keychain collection. I was really excited that I sold it. So sold most of them. I'm sure my parents would be horrified. Random question. Have you ever been hideously lost, literally or figuratively? We won't go into the figuratively, because that would be a very long conversation. But those 2 weeks in Paris, and I also spent a summer living in New York, and I would just walk. I had no destination. And I often got completely lost. I mean, fortunately, those are two cities where there's some pretty big landmarks that you can see. Unfortunately, I did in New York. I remember wandering and all of a sudden you just realize you're in a very, very different neighborhood. And so that was a little dodgy there for a few minutes, and I quickly walked out of that neighborhood, which fortunately you can do in Manhattan. So yeah, but I've definitely been hideously lost. Okay, another random question. A memorable encounter with a stranger. I've had so many. I don't know what it is. In my family, we're all people that, other people aren't afraid to approach us and ask us questions and that kind of thing. I don't know what that is, but the one that really comes to mind, because we've been talking about travel too, is I was on the ferry from Ireland back to the UK. I'm not sure where we were landing. I can't remember at all. And I was traveling with my grandmother and my mother, and my grandmother really knew how to push my buttons. So I think I was upset with them because I was crying for some reason. I went to a completely different part of the ferry from them, and this Irish gentleman, not Jason Harrigan, but approached me and was we just chatted. We just had a visit. It was lovely. I calmed down and regrouped and enjoyed this incredible trip that I was on. But I do think of him and remember that gentleman. He was very, very kind to me. So okay, random. What did you want to be when you grew up? And if you have now achieved that in real life, what's it like to be fantastically stable as an adult? I wanted to be a lot of things, when, over time. For a while, I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be a private investigator. I had like a little Cracker Jack box, like a little sticker that was a private detective. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it. I may have actually let that go. So I wanted to be on Broadway. I wanted to be an ice skater. I wanted to be a performer. Yeah. And obviously I'm not any of those things. So I do feel some stability as an adult now, though, that I live in a house, that is mine and Jason, Jason's, but, that has brought a level of stability that I really appreciate. As my professional life, not so much. Let's see. Okay, last question. It's a random one. Are you a people watcher? Do you have good peripheral hearing? Share an anecdote or 3. I've already gone on quite a bit today, so I will say I am a people watcher when I have the opportunity. In Paris, of course, the greatest thing to do is to find a cafe that you love and sit and drink a cup of coffee and watch people walk by, tourists or otherwise. So yeah, I do enjoy people watching. I just don't really have, I have more like direct contact with people here rather than like people watching. So I make a lot of phone calls at my job and have some face-to-face meetings with people and that sort of thing. And yeah, like I will not lie. Like if I, back in the day when we would sit and hang out in Starbucks, I definitely overheard other people's conversations and things like that. I think at one point in my life, I thought it would be good fodder for a novel, but yeah. So anyway, I don't know who has done this tag and who hasn't. I will list who I'm going to tag down below in the comment section so we don't keep going on and on. Anyway, booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I would love to hear from you in the comments section. This is a very safe space, so please feel free to say hi, leave an emoji, or give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.